I'll bring it right away.
Hi everybody, Flash Crow here from Old Man Gaming Down Under. Welcome to another episode of Kingdom Come Deliverance. This looks like a bustling place. Let's go see if we can find the priest. Aha, Father Godwin. And Godwin's concubine. Who her? Better sit. Alright, let's talk.
I'm sorry I can't tell you everything, but maybe we can work something out. But first, I'd like to hear something about you, my son. With whom do I have the honor? Where are you from?
Well, I'm from Skalitz.
I'm from Skalitz.
Oh, I'm sorry. What about your kin?
They're dead.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
Here, enjoy.
Here, we'll drink to them. It must have been terrible.
It was terrible. It seemed so pointless. We had no warning.
Yeah,
They just appeared and began the slaughter. God knows why. They killed anyone who didn't make it to the shelter of the castle. My parents, my girl, even the Deutsch who was on Sigismund's side. I didn't make it to the castle. I wanted to try and help my parents, but there was nothing I could do. Then I fled to Talmberg with the Cumans on my heels. They almost killed me. They slaughtered people in the surrounding villages. There was a pile of bodies in front of the church in Rovno. Folk who tried to take refuge there, but they...
My poor child. May God grant them eternal rest. And how did you come to get this assignment? I'd have expected Sir Hanish to send that old grouch, Bernard.
He did, but I found a witness and the trail led here to Ujit, so he sent me here to follow it up.
Ah, well, congratulations.
My pleasure.
It's nice to see someone using their head to find things out instead of torture. We'll have to drink to that. Now the most important thing. What actually happened at Noyo? The good folks hereabout are saying all kinds of terrible things, but I take most of it with a pinch of salt.
The rumours aren't exaggerated this time, unfortunately. The Neuhof stud farm was raided by bandits, but they didn't come to pillage or even take the horses. They only wanted to kill. They maimed the horses and slaughtered some people. I'm sure they would have killed more, but the bandits quarrelled among themselves and broke off the attack. And judging by what's left of our Lubosh, they're still settling accounts.
I see it's every bit as bad as people claimed. Dreadful. Well then, here's to those poor souls who had to die so pointlessly and so terribly.
I've told you all about me. Now it's your turn, Father. You don't look much like our parish priest at home.
Cheers.
If they've had a drink every time the priest has mentioned having a drink, I think they'll be a little bit worse for wear in the morning. I notice you're handy with a sword.
I noticed you're pretty handy with a sword. I wouldn't expect that of a man of the cloth.
You know what they say. The Lord moves in mysterious ways.
But this is a bit more mysterious than others.
Let's just say I haven't always been a priest. Fate led me to places where affairs were settled by force. These days, of course, it's just a bit of exercise to keep me in shape.
Well, we've had an agreeable chat, but now let's get down to business. So, about this confessional seal. Do you really want more innocent people to die?
Henry, that's not how it works. There are matters in which you can't make exceptions because if you do it once, you'll forever be tempted to do it again. If people stop believing in the church because their confessional secrets are betrayed, they won't trust anyone, and that's worse than even the most hideous crime.
One ale over here, please. Ale for me.
I understand, but that means I've reached a dead end. Those cutthroats will strike again and I can't stop them.
Chin up,
Pour me
lad.
an ale.
I might have a solution.
What?
If I tell you what Lubosh told me, I'd be betraying the confessional secret. But first thing tomorrow, I'll try something I think might help you.
Word of honor?
On my soul.
I always wondered about the things a priest tells his congregation. Where on earth do you get the ideas for your sermons?
Well, Ujits isn't Prague. It's not enough to instruct people. They have to be entertained, too. If I only read from the Bible, I'd soon be preaching to an empty church.
Our priest wasn't exactly a bard. So what do you preach to your flock about?
It has to be something topical,
Coming right on.
condemning vices, and of course describing them in detail. The tongue lashing about the two popes goes down well these days, and stories from real life with a nice moral to them are popular as well, especially if they're about fornication and similar scandalous vices.
Can you give me an example?
Well, recently a priest by the name of Jan Hus started preaching in Prague in the Czech language, and the people liked it. I hear he always has a full house. A journeyman who heard him told me what Hus is preaching, and I like the sound of it. I'm thinking about putting it in my own repertoire.
What's so amazing about it?
The preaching of Master Jan Hus about Mother Church. The lamentable wealth in which the church is drowning has turned to poison, and nearly the whole of Christendom is contaminated. Just like a flock of hungry ravens, they settled on this land to devour every grain of gold and silver. They know no mercy. Their hearts are corrupted by longing for wealth, and they shamelessly profit from everything. You want to baptize a child? Pay. You want to steal and murder? Pay and you will have absolution. What if the devil himself were to pay? Would he ascend to heaven too? With such money gained from the poor, they buy beautiful horses to ride and needless servants to pamper them. They gamble at dice and dress their whores in expensive furs, while Jesus Christ walked barefoot and had no place to lay his head. Look to your consciences, you robbers of the poor, for you are seen by God and his people too. Amen.
Well, this Jan Hus character is quite a rebel.
Oh, the congregation will love it.
I don't doubt it.
Let's drink to that.
Funny. That last bit reminds me of someone.
What do you mean? My situation's completely different. Huth preaches against the prelates and the clerics who are robbing the poor. Look at me. I don't have a pot to piss in. I'm no better off than the folk I preach to. I'm one with them in poverty and suffering and everything that troubles them. I drink with them and curse those stuffed habits in Sasau Monastery.
Want to preach against debauchery?
Don't you think it's a bit odd when someone boozes and lives in sin with a woman and then criticises the Pope for debauchery?
No, I don't.
That's a simple answer. I don't know what the point of this is.
Where can I find out more about his teachings?
You like it? I copied down some of his sermons. If you're interested, you can read them at my presbytery.
What do you think of this Jan Hus?
He's certainly a wise man. A little overzealous for my taste. If he got out of Prague and came here for a look, I'm sure he'd stop condemning drinking and lying with women.
My pleasure.
What do the common folk think of it?
They like it. They're happy to hear someone say what they think themselves, but are afraid to say aloud. Things that make them angry. And they're calling for change. In a few years, it'll have grown beyond control. You mark my words, the people will rise up, and the church will be shaken to its very foundations.
Yeah, unless they burn him at the stake first.
To the women.
Nonsense. They can't burn a master of the most respected university in Europe.
They probably can. Okay, enough about preaching.
Thanks for the sermon, but I think I've been morally uplifted enough. It's getting quite late. What are your plans, Father?
What do you suppose? We have a drink, of course.
What do I do? I'm not in the mood for boozing. I'd say that's a good plan. I don't know. If I could save it, I'd save it before and try one and then try the other, but it's not really an option in this game. Let me see what happens if I say I'm not in the mood for boozing.
Well, enjoy it, Father. I have to go now. I'm not much in the mood for a drink.
I thought you'd be more game.
So you won't help me out with that secret?
No, I won't.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
One ale, please.
Ale for me.
One beer.
Can't I talk to her? So if I get up, what happens? Let's see what happens if I get up. Look very hard. He's supposed to help me though.
Coming right up.
No, can't talk to her.
I've only got 2 hands. There. Satisfied?
How about... Mutt, quiet. Oh, I suppose I better get a torch. Don't know if that was the right move. What's the West log say? Okay. Ask around. Maybe the town bailiff. Where am I going to find him at night? Not over here, is he?
Got it for you right here.
Is that him? Yes, it is.
Good day to you. What do you
Here.
need?
Enjoy it. Coming.
Godwin won't tell me who Lubosh's cronies were. I've reached a complete standstill.
I told you no one ever came here to see him. If he was meeting anyone, it must have been somewhere else.
But where? I can't go around the whole county asking, can I? I could end up in Kuttenberg.
You might. They might even have records of that scoundrel there. But maybe you don't have to go that far. I just remembered he once boasted to me that he had a record in Rattay. There might be some mention there of who was with him at the time.
Thank you for your help.
Good luck to you. One beer.
Look to the Rattay scribe. Look through the Rattay Black Chronicle if I can read it all. Frederick the Rattay scribe can surely help me. Only I have a feeling he'll expect something from me in return. Why? Black Chronicle about local rich rates. Hopefully including the boss and his cronies. Rattay. Map. Yeah, well, we're a nice distance away from Rattay. I'm not travelling there at night. That goes without saying. I reckon I'm going to go back in and talk to the priest, see if he'll help. I don't need the flame on me, David, do I? Ah, really? Wonder if he has any work.
Do you have any work that needs doing?
My dear lad, I have more worries than I can bear. Another pair of shoulders would ease my burden.
As you wish.
I have to deal with a local witch.
A witch?
Yeah, give me a minute.
The herb woman, old Gertrude.
Here you are.
That devious hag who will stoop to anything. Like all herbalists, for that matter.
Oh, don't tell me. The cows are giving blood instead of milk, and babies are being born with 2 heads and a tail.
This is no laughing matter.
One beer.
Gertrude isn't evil. She just has peculiar ideas about what's good for people. A little bird told me she incited some Ujet's women to witchery.
Oh, God. Do I really want to do this?
A little bird told you, did it?
You know how good people are at seeing the splinter in another's eye and not the beam in their own.
In other words, someone's been gossiping. And what's the problem?
As long as herb women stick to giving psychic to folk and bloated cows, assisting in childbirth, or burning incense in bedrooms to help with sleep,
enjoy.
then nothing at all. But this is sacrilege, and it's unsafe. All sorts of molds and lichens and poisonous plants and other foul things go into those concoctions. I'd hate to see her poison some poor gullible lass.
What do you want me to do?
I want you to go and see her and find out what she's been up to. I know she lives in fear of the Holy Church, so tell her I sent you. That will make her talk and think twice about encouraging witchcraft. If you learn that she truly did involve folk in some foolishness, find out all you can and deal with it.
I don't want to keep on knocking things back. Yeah, okay.
Consider it done.
Good. And never fear. I'm a man who always pays his debts. You'll find Gertrude,
Here,
the old herb
enjoy.
woman, in the woods. Take care now.
Now will you talk to me?
Jesus Christ be praised.
No, you won't.
Farewell.
Well, I'm disappointed. Map. So where's the woods? Go see Gertrude the herb woman and find out what she incited the its women to do. Well, I could, but I don't know if I'm going to go there at night time. So, what's my hunger like? That's not bad. Well, I could try going there at night time, but I wonder if she's asleep. She might not talk to me. I'll get the torch out. Okay, map. It's A. Green A. Well, let's see what happens. I can only get killed, can't I? light over there. Well, there was a light over there. What's that? Bit creepy down here, I must admit. What can you see, Matt? This is a lot further than I thought it would be. And a lot creepier than I thought it would be. Gee, how much further? Let me check the map. Well, almost there, but gee, it's not close, that's for sure. Ah, here we go. Hopefully. Slightly overgrown. Yes. Wonder if she's gonna let me wake her up.
No. Let me sleep.
Freaky woman. Come up. Well, my timing's about up. But is there somewhere I can sleep? Somewhere. Don't want to sleep in there with her. Apart from anything else, I might be trespassing. How about if I sit here? Okay, I'm going to sit here and read, if I can, for a few hours. And then, hopefully that will take us through to the next video. But for now, it's good night from me. And I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.